Hey everybody, it's me, Steve Schnee, and you are watching the CD Junkie. On this episode of CD Junkie, I'm going to be talking about a British band by the name of Redbox. Now, some of you in America might be going, who's Redbox? Well, I'm going to tell you who Redbox is. A wonderful, killer band. And this band, okay, now maybe only in the course of 40 years, they've only put out 4 albums, but every one of them is worth your while. I got into the band back in '86 when their first album came out. The album was called The Circle and the Square. I knew nothing about it. I just looked at the cover and I thought, I'm going to take a chance here. I did that a lot back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. I bought a lot of albums just based on the cover. I flipped it over and go, yeah, this looks like something I'm going to dig. I took it home and I loved it. They looked like they might be a synth pop duo, but they weren't a synth pop duo. The music was very, very melodic, very joyful, very full of spirit, full of light. Yet there were so many different textures in the music. There was world music in there. There was synth pop in there. There was rock. There was pop. The way that I used to describe it to my friends and encourage them to buy the album was, they were right in line with what Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush were doing at that time. Had this real rhythmic world music quality to it and very dramatic, yet Redbox was a little bit more lighthearted, so it was more fun than a Peter Gabriel or Kate Bush album, because you have to admit that Peter and Kate don't put out fun albums. They put out great albums. Oh my gosh, do they put out great albums, but they're not necessarily fun. This first Redbox album, 1986, The Circle and the Square. That's where the story begins. Incredible, worldly and joyful. And I thought, this has got to sell big in the U.S., and I'm always wrong on bands. Maybe I'm the black cloud. Maybe me being a fan is not good for the bands. But so worth your time. Back in 1986, it was fresh. It was exciting. And the band at that time was Simon Toulson-Clarke. He was the lead singer and one of the 2 musician-songwriters. The other one was Julian Close. So it was a duo. And it was fantastic. They put out singles and remixes and non-album B-sides. And it was just great collecting this band. But then I didn't hear anything for 4 years after that. This is before the internet. This, you weren't getting a lot of information, especially for a band that wasn't doing well in the U.S. They weren't, in every issue of Rolling Stone or Cream Magazine or Circus or anything like that. Trouser Press, I thought they would have been, but I think Trouser Press might have been gone by then. Then all of a sudden, out comes a single called The Train. And it's Redbox. And I'm going, I'm going to pick that up. It's joyful. It's upbeat. It's a little bit different, maybe a little bit, a couple shades of dark in there, but it's still fun and joyful. But Julian Close was no longer in the band. And then the album came out called Motive. Now, this album was a different beast than the first album, just as great melodically. Just Simon sounded great. The songs, some of the songs were just so darn wonderful, beautiful, awesome, great hooks, great melodies. But it wasn't as jaunty as the first album. And it had been toned down a little bit, but still sounded great. I love this album. There were, slower songs on it. And then, it was so great because fine, okay, here's Redbox back. Let's get behind this band. Of course, the album didn't come out in the U.S. So Circle and the Square at this point remains, even to this day, remains the only Redbox album released here in the U.S. But after the album Motive, I totally was looking forward to the next Redbox album. The next Redbox album came out 20 years later. I had to wait 20 years. It was worth it, because the album that came out in 2010 was called Plenty. And it was so emotionally powerful, so beautiful in the melodies and the song structures and Simon's voice, that all those 20 years just disappeared. And I thought, oh my gosh, another Redbox album. I wasn't, when a pet owner goes away for a little while, a week, they come back, the cat's always mad at them for a couple days. I was not mad at Redbox for going away for 20 years because Plenty was incredible. I mean, songs that today can still bring me near tears. So emotional. With Circle in the Square in '86, it was this jaunty, joyful. Then with Motive, it was toned down a little bit. It was a little bit more mature, a little bit more dramatic. But this one here was so personal. Plenty from 2010. Is it my favorite Redbox album? It's tied with the other three, but it's powerful. And then I was able to get the limited edition one that came with a bonus CD with extra tracks. So I thought, yeah, Redbox is back. Then I only had to wait 9 years for the next album. Chase the Setting Sun came out in the year 2019, and it's fabulous. In fact, it steps it back up to sort of the jaunty, very, very melodic, very upbeat sound of the first album, but with the maturity and the emotion of, maybe Motive or Plenty. I'd love to go on and tell you about another 6 or 7 albums, but there's nothing. This is so great. Oh, but there is something. The main reason I'm doing this video is because there's a brand new box set out on Cherry Red, and it's called Anthology 1980 to 1990. And what this includes in the box set, disc 1 is Circle in the Square from 1986, and it has different bonus tracks to what's on the version that Cherry Red released earlier, and then the Motive from 1990, and it's got different bonus tracks from the previously released version of it. Then it has a third disc with remixes and edits and all the fun stuff, singles, 12-inch singles and stuff. But the fourth disc is practically a new Redbox album. It's a new old Redbox album. It's actually, I think, 8-track, 16-track, and maybe 24-track demos from before the first album. And of those demos, only Living in Domes was actually recorded for the debut album. Everything else there is completely unreleased. Now, the sound quality isn't, studio top-notch, digital recording and stuff, but the songs are there. And, it's got sort of punky new wave edge to it, even more so than their studio albums. And it is chock full of greatness. I mean, I could not believe some of these songs. So let me stop jibber-jabbering now, and I'm going to actually show you the CDs. And, I'll start off with the previously released versions of the first 2 albums, and I'll go into the box set, and then Plenty and Chase the Setting Sun. And then I'll be back before I play you some music. So give this a look, and I will see you on the other side. Okay, this is the original Cherry Pop Records version of the Circle and the Square from '86, and this does have some great bonus tracks on it. Their second album came out 4 years later, 1990. It's called Motive. It's filled with great, wonderful songs, and there are a few bonus tracks on that as well. But what I wanted to focus on, this is the box set, Anthology 1980 to 1990. And the 2 albums that I just showed you, Circle in the Square and Motive, are included here. There's also a nice little booklet there. And Circle in the Square, and it has bonus tracks, a different set of bonus tracks than what's on the other version. Same with Motive. And but still, they sound great. Bonus tracks are great. Definitely wonderful collections. This is a collection of stuff I didn't have, remixes and all that kind of stuff, 12-inch mixes, extended. And it's great to have those in my collection now. And now this is the gem of the box set. Well, all of it's the gem, but this is the one that has the previously unreleased tracks. Only Living in Domes was I heard everything here was brand new music to me, and all the songs are fantastic. Really, really fantastic, making this box essential to any Redbox fan. There's so much bonus material here, and it's so worth your while. Definitely check that out. Now, their third album, Plenty, This came out in 2010. This is the one that took 20 years, and it's wonderful. This is the 2 CD version. And as I told you earlier, it's just a stunning, stunning album. And this is the limited edition version that's signed by Simon. I mean, it's just like a random signing. He didn't sign it to me or anything, which is fine because, you know, it's a great, great album. Get the single disc version, double disc, whatever you can find on that. And Chase the Setting Sun, that came out 2019, and as I said earlier, it's kind of a return to the jaunty sound, but it's also got plenty of quirkiness to it. So it's just Redbox. It's a wonderful, wonderful band. Simon Toulson-Clarke is a great singer-songwriter. And there you go. Remember to check out the box set, and that's available now on Cherry Red. Check out everything by this band. It's so worth your while. Well, those are my Redbox CDs. There might be something live out there. I don't know. I usually don't buy live albums, but this is a band you really need to check out. But I'm going to further entice you because I've put together a medley, and this features snippets of 2 songs from each of the CDs. So you're going to get 2 of those early demos, followed by 2 songs from Circle in the Square, Motive, Plenty, and Chase the Setting Sun. I want you to check this band out. It's really wonderful. They're hard to describe, but they're easy to love. So give this a listen, and I will see you on the other side.
I'm on the way to make my name. I'm on my way to stay the place. This is the day I make it. People will lie to play the game. Such a shame in your name. Today's how can I take all the blame? Such a shame in your name. In America, USA. Where's the peace and understanding? Gold drum, golden sound of sound. All this peace and understanding. Gold drum, golden's round and round in America. From the very, very young to the very, very old, everybody now say I. From the center of the earth to the corners of the globe, every one of you say I. Nobody better let me down. We will see on the other side. Lean on me. From the very, very young to the very, very old. May all you turn to gold. May you soar. Light every light on your way evermore. Can't stay hungry. This old man takes 5 just to keep a wish alive. Flows over silver sea. Could be you, could be me. And he drinks her in till his heart is brimful, and it's a graceful fall that he rains over hills, be it grain by grain. Though no 2 are the same, he will get to you. Don't wait up just to break up. Don't wait up for me. Don't come down. Don't run round for me. Stay. Stay. There's no words I can say to make you stay. Talking about tomorrow, we'll be on the run, chase the setting sun. Even if you feel it, you are not alone. Every rolling stone. Talking about tomorrow, we'll be on the run, chase the setting sun. Chase the setting sun.
Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to Redbox. I hope it encourages you to check out their music. I thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Remember to like, comment, share, subscribe, to ring that bell for future notifications. And until the next time, remember me. I'm Steve Schnee, the CD Junkie.